Another high-profile targeted assassination has taken place in South Africa. These things are becoming just regular affair. Boa van Niekerk is the latest person to join the ranks of deleted people that are just trying to do their jobs in South Africa. People like Charles Kinnear and Beta Deokaran. These people are the true backbone of democracy in South Africa. They find things that are obviously illegal, a lot of these things being perpetrated by either politicians, political elite, or by mafia-style organizations or mafia organizations that are then propped up and supported by the political elite. South Africa very much is a mafia state, and people want to know why nobody ever goes to jail. I'm not joking. I've had maybe 20 people DM me in the last week. And the most common question is, what happens to the fat cats that call in on these assassinations? The people that pay for other human beings to be deleted just because they're doing their jobs in South Africa. I can tell you exactly why. It's quite easy to understand. The first thing you need to understand is that we get a whole bunch of different kinds of killers for hire in South Africa. We all know about Incompetent. These guys are actually quite difficult to catch because they're professionals. They're good at their jobs. Some of these guys have been active for decades and never gone to prison, or they've gone to prison and been in and out like a revolving door. When you do your job, when you assassinate and kill people for many years, and you do and undertake many of these jobs, you become very well skilled. You hone your techniques. And unfortunately, our police, our prosecuting services, they're just not up to the task. They're not up to scratch. They're not up to standard. Our courts are falling apart. The forensic laboratories don't work. And then, of course, the kinds of people that hire Incompetent are often very well connected and can help these guys stay protected and out of jail. There's also honor among thieves with Incompetent, believe it or not. These guys have an honor code. They will quite happily and quite often go to jail and sit out fairly long terms. Well, by South African standards anyway, 5 years for murder, whatever trivial number it is. So that their family can get looked after while they're on the inside. There's a bit of a financial deal, a bit of honor among thieves that takes place. And they sit out their sentences until the prison's full and they basically get sent home early with a slap on the wrist. Then we get organized crime in South Africa, really organized crime. I'm talking about the guys that are having lunch with members of parliament. And what these guys have is they have enormous financial resources. Just these insane bankrolls. Because, well, sometimes crime actually seems like it does pay. And what they can do is they can hire the world's best international assassins. This reads like a James Bond novel. But they can literally get guys out of, say, Serbia to fly into South Africa because our home affairs it's kind of dismal. And these guys can fly in or come into South Africa across other Southern African borders. They come in, they do their hits, and they fly out. Or you get guys that just live in South Africa and they're lifetime pros at this kind of thing. And these people are freely available for hire on the market. This is why nobody ever goes to jail. We have really good assassins for hire available, and we have really lousy units, specialized units, that can go after these guys. Then we have to realize how much of this takes place under the umbrella of political protection. We know that South Africa is a mafia state. Police go and raid the houses of known criminals and find members of parliament cozying up, having tea like nothing's ever happened. This is the most insane kind of thing that you could possibly imagine in the socio-political realm. South Africa is becoming like Mexico. An auditor can be assassinated. Policemen. I mean, you find that some of these people doing the killings now are actually special forces soldiers. South Africa has gone insane. We need to desperately vote these idiots out. ANC is going to go below 25% most likely in the local municipal election coming up next year. But we cannot get rid of these guys fast enough. And the reason I think we're going to start to see more murders and we're going to see more people getting deleted in the build up to the elections in 2029 at national level is because the carders and their mafia networks, their wealth extraction networks that have got their hooks and teeth into South Africa, are going to feel the financial taps begin to close. As these financial taps begin to dry up, these pigs are going to turn on each other and start to climb over one another's heads to try and get one last feed at the trough. We have already started to see it happen. These guys have been all buddy-buddy for the last couple of decades as the money's flowed freely without anybody watching over them. And in the last couple of months, we've started to see things really change. There's just a tiny bit more scrutiny going on in Parliament. We're seeing just the tiniest little bit of movement in the justice system. And as these eyes hone in on these corrupt carders, you're going to start to see these guys lash out. And we can expect to see a whole lot more mafia hits, a whole lot more political killings potentially. Things are about to tee off in South Africa. We've hit the bottom of a very long curve. And I'm starting to actually liking to see the things that are taking place in the justice system at the moment. I wish you all the best because we all need it. I'm Aidan Brown and this is the Main Stage Podcast. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much for tuning in and bye for now.